Good day, my friends. Today is September the 12th, and this is a birthday reading for those people who are born on this date. This is a four-card reading, a general energy card for the year, a challenge you might face this year, an action you can take to stay in balance, and an outcome card or synopsis card. So the general energy card for this year is the Temple. And what does the Temple ask? But I think for us to look at what is sacred to us. Is your body sacred to you? Is your spirit sacred to you? Have you found things that really give you awe and hold your sense of wonder and hold your sense of connection and hold your sense of service? Have you found some kind of path that feels sacred? Where is your temple? Is your temple out in the woods? Is your temple an actual temple? Is your temple your body? Is your temple your pursuit of money and power and fame? That can be a temple as well. That's what you worship. So the question becomes this year for you to look at, what do you worship? What is sacred to you, and um, what are you missing if you don't feel the sacredness of your life this year? What do you need to call in? What can you expand yourself toward? What can you honor that might be something deeper and more connected and more selfless than what you have been looking at so far? And not that selfishness is bad. I'm just saying, sometimes selfishness just begets a kind of blahness toward life. We gather all these things to us, but they don't really make us feel better. They don't really make us feel loved. They don't really make us feel connected. They might give us a false sense of power, but power is gone when our bodies are gone. Power is generally gone when our abilities are gone, uh, or people who like us are gone, or whatever. So it's all about what is the sacred to you, and you have many times this year to look at what is the sacred to you and where is your temple, and to honestly maybe claim something as your temple, as your altar, and put something on it that's meaningful about what you respect and what you admire and what you aspire to in this temple. What is the projection this temple is on? What is the sacred course that this temple sits along? So what is your challenge this year? It's the King of Cups, and the King of Cups is generally one who's very satisfied with their lives. You've built something that's very emotionally satisfactory. It's something that's connective. It's connected to people. It's connective of people. It's something that's created, a family or home or a dynasty or a business or a sense even of just yourself as a playful and loving and compassionate being who has all kinds of interests and loves and joys. But the king is often a card that says something is done and something is over and something needs to be released so something new can come into one's life. So I think the challenge for you as the King of Cups is to admit that something is done, is to admit possibly that you're feeling blah about your life, or blah about your connections, or blah about what you've been so interested in for so long, but you've done it. You've done it in a very big way, and you've reached a certain point of great satisfaction, and you can celebrate that. Certainly, that's you've done something very amazing, and you can celebrate it. But if your interest is gone, if a blondness has appeared, then maybe you need to admit to yourself that the temple that you built no longer has the sacredness that you wish to see in it and feel in it and get from it. So, what is the next sacred thing and the next sacred temple that you're going to aim for? And this is really what this is about, aiming for finding the next temple, finding the next focus that says, this is sacred, and this is one I want to work toward, or this is one I work toward healing and respecting and loving and keeping in awe and finding the joys and finding the pleasures and going through the pains of learning about something new and something exciting to you. So how do you find that if you don't see it? Well, you have to be the eagle. And the eagle is, flies higher than any other creature, sees wider than any other creature. The eagle is the messenger who comes in the light of day. The eagle is the communication that opens one to a new path. The eagle is a teacher who shows up to say, have you done this? Have you thought about this? How about this? I see this in your path or this in your future. So, this is about contacting the eagle within you, and maybe that's an eagle outside of you that talks to you, but it's still talking to the eagle within you. So, you're asked to look your highest, look your widest, look at your life. What did you like when you were young? What was something maybe that interested you then that still might perk you now? What have you left behind in order for you to create the present situation that no longer is feeding you? What did you leave behind at one point? Maybe that's where your greatest gift comes from. And I think that's what this last card is finding the thing that's really embedded in your heart that says, oh yeah, I remember this. Oh yeah, oh, I can attune to this. In a lot of ways, it's about service to others, to get out of ourselves and to feel the service to others, to have the give and take of life, to have the give and take of love, to learn about love and compassion and joy and forgiveness. Those are things that profoundly heal us and make our temple shine, whatever is our temple, and makes our joy in our life more touchable, more palpable, more understandable. So, in order to find what is our joy, we have to spread our wings and fly high, listen to other wise and sacred beings, open ourselves to messengers and messages, open ourselves to our intuition, open ourselves to our vision, but envision ourselves in bigger ways and in different ways. And again, I'm going to say, go back to your childhood, see what you left behind that once spurred you, that once really talked to you, but you said, oh no, I can't do that, or no, I'm not wise enough, or no, I'm not experienced enough, or no, I'm not excited enough to do that one versus the one that I'm on. Maybe I was pushed on one. Maybe you were pushed onto some path that no longer feeds you and serves you. You learned how to love it. You learned how to give to it. You learned how to get the good things from it, but it's no longer there. So go back to what you once loved, or look for something new that you can love, but open yourself up, fly yourself wide, go on a journey, talk to your teachers, talk to your healers, let something that really speaks to your heart come in. And in that way, when something speaks to your heart, you're not only taking care of your body's temple, you're taking care of your spiritual temple that's outside of yourself. And when you can activate yourself and move towards something that really feels like it's your truth, it's your passion, it's your path, and it's your honor to do. And it sparks a great deal of excitement and joy in your life again. And isn't that all that we really want, is to have some spark of life and joy back in our path, and to really feel our connection to our sacred heart. So open to your sacred heart this year. There'll be plenty of instances when you can do it, and may your journey to your temple be a smooth and easy path with the necessary hardships in order for you to grow. Ahom Blessed be.